To answer this question, you need to compare animal and plant cells. This diagram shows what animal and plant cells have in common: a cell membrane, a cytoplasm and nucleus. But plant cells also have a chloroplast, a vacuole and a cell wall. So the answer to this particular question is that plants have a cell wall. The answer to this question is in the question itself. This root hair cell must belong to a plant, since only plants have roots. And this question is about photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, plants take water up through their roots into their leaves. They absorb carbon dioxide into their leaves as well, and there they produce glucose, a form of carbohydrate, which is stored in the leaf or in a fruit. Oxygen is made as a byproduct. So these two ingredients go in, and these two things are produced. If you remember the cell diagrams from the previous question, you know that each cell in the leaf has chloroplasts in it, which contain chlorophyll, the green chemical, which carries out the photosynthesis using sunlight energy. If you read this question, all parts of it, you'll notice that it's to do mainly with homeostasis, keeping our body temperature, our water levels and our blood sugar levels constant. The reason that we shiver is because we're trying to produce body heat to keep our temperature at a fairly constant level of about 37 degrees. Shivering is an automatic reflex. Our muscles contract rapidly, and that is meant to produce a little bit of extra heat that our body needs to keep our temperature constant. When we do become cold, other things go on inside us to help maintain body temperature. We get goosebumps, and goosebumps happen because a little muscle here contracts to raise the hairs on our skin. They're meant to trap oxygen between the hairs, or air, and that'll keep us a bit warmer. And also any blood vessels underneath the skin will get thinner, so there will be less blood near the surface of your skin. It's now deeper in your body and therefore keeping you warmer. Your skin will appear white if this happens. The last question is about blood sugar levels, and that involves two organs in your body. That's the pancreas and the liver. If there's a lot of sugar in our blood, possibly from our diet, then our pancreas produces a lot of insulin, and that reduces the amount of sugar by trying to store it in the liver. Conversely, if there's not enough sugar in your blood, then our pancreas releases a chemical called, or a hormone called glucagon, which travels to the liver and helps release some of that saved energy and releases it in the form of blood sugar. Unless you are a diabetic, insulin and glucagon are released at the appropriate times in order to maintain a steady amount of sugar in our blood. This question is about the nervous system and how we detect and respond to pain. Receptors notice a change in temperature, and a signal is generated which passes along the neuron across several synapses to the spinal cord. A relay signal is sent back down, which affects the muscles and causes them to contract and pull your hand away. This question is about the size of strawberries, but really it's about genetic crossbreeding to produce the characteristics that we want. If you read through to the end of the question, you'll see that you're asked to use a Punnett square to help explain why the size of the strawberries are 50% large and 50% small. The same kind of thinking should be used as when we try and explain why half the world's population is boys and half is girls. So boys have an XY combination and only this arrangement produces a 50-50 chance of being a boy or a girl. So that's 2 boy options and 2 girl options. So, to achieve our 50-50 chance of large or small strawberries, we have to have something that looks a bit like this. The combinations will be big B for big strawberries, little b for little strawberries. And we can see once again there's a 50-50 chance that we'll get big strawberries, because if big B is present as a gene, then the strawberries will be large, but only if big B is present. In summary, it'll only be a small strawberry if both of the genes present are of the recessive type, the small strawberries. There'll be large strawberries if just one of the genes present has the large growth factor in it.